Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine peaks so high, the air itself feels like a knife in your lungs. Imagine snow that never melts and winds that cut to the bone. Now imagine fighting a war there. In the summer of 1999, this wasn't imagination. It was the chilling reality for India's brave hearts. This isn't just a story of a war. It's a saga of valor, sacrifice and strategy, etched forever in the icy peaks of the Himalayas. This is the story of Kargil. For civil service aspirants, understanding the genesis of a conflict is critical. It all began with Operation Valor. This wasn't a random act of infiltration. It was a calculated strategic move by Pakistan. Launched with the arrogance of surprise, their forces crossed the line of control, a term you know well from GS paper 2, with a clear objective to occupy our high altitude posts and damage the NH1 highway, thereby cutting off Ladakh. This was a direct and audacious challenge to India's territorial integrity. India's response was swift, decisive, and named with a purpose: Operation Vijay, victory. This was the Indian Army's massive counter-offensive. Remember this for your mains answer on national security. The mobilization of nearly 2 lakh troops to systematically reclaim every single occupied post. The objective was singular and non-negotiable: evict the intruders from our land, peak by peak, inch by bloody inch. But this battle wasn't just on the ground. For the first time in such a high-altitude conflict, the Indian Air Force played a game-changing role under Operation Safed Sagar. Think about the challenges: rare fight air that affects aircraft performance, treacherous mountain peaks, and the immense risk of escalation. Yet, the IAF executed precision strikes, providing crucial cover for our ground troops. This synergy between the Army and Air Force, a classic example of jointmanship, proved decisive in the final outcome. Now, let's quantify the challenge. We are not talking about conventional battlefields. Our soldiers were fighting at an average altitude of over 16,000 feet, where oxygen is dangerously scarce, and they were doing it in temperatures that plunged to minus 15 degrees Celsius. Let that sink in. This wasn't just a fight against a determined enemy, it was a war against the elements themselves. In every war, there is a turning point, a moment that shatters the enemy's will. For India, that moment was the 4th of July 1999, the recapture of Tiger Hill. This wasn't just a tactical victory, it was a massive psychological blow to the intruders. The sight of the tricolor flying atop Tiger Hill wasn't just a victory, it was a declaration. But victory always comes at a price, and the price India paid was immense. 527 of our bravest sons made the ultimate sacrifice. These are not just statistics for your notebooks. These are families, futures, and stories of unimaginable courage. This is the human cost of protecting our freedom, a debt that can never truly be repaid. From that sacrifice, legends were born. Men whose names every Indian should know: Captain Vikram Batra, Paramveer Chakra; Lieutenant Manoj Kumar Pandey, Paramveer Chakra. Today, as we stand under the peaceful sky that they secured for us, let's do more than just remember. Let's honor their legacy, share their story, keep their memory alive, because they gave their today for our tomorrow. Let us be a nation worthy of that sacrifice. Jai Hind.